to Shannon Confidential. I'm Shannon, your host. Shannon Confidential is a podcast about everything we can all relate to. Family ups and downs, weights ups and downs, financial ups and downs. Doesn't matter who you are, man or woman, young or old, big or tall, does not matter your financial prosperity. We are all going through life together, and we all share in these ups and downs. It doesn't matter who you are. And here at Shannon Confidential, we try to bring all of us together in relatable ways so we can all learn from each other. And I have Erlene here, who is a dear friend of mine here in Fort Lauderdale, and she's been kind enough to talk to us about her rheumatoid arthritis. Now, this is a subject that a few of my followers have written in about. They prefer not to have their name shared, so I will respect that. But I do want to make them aware of some of the things that I've heard from Erlene that help her. Different things and just the journey she has been on, because from just experience with family members and hearing from Erlene here, rheumatoid arthritis is a journey. It's a medical journey. Not every medication is right for every person. What works for one may not work for another, and some of these medications work over time. So you have to take it for 6 months before you even know that it actually works for you. And then these medications do have side effects. So then you have to take the medications for the side effects. But I am no doctor, and I have not gone through it. So I'm going to turn it over to Erlene here to help you learn from her journey, and maybe something she's experienced might help you moving forward. So Erlene, welcome.
Thanks, Shannon. Thank you.
And so you are diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis.
10 years diagnosed.
If you could explain exactly what that is.
It is a autoimmune disorder. A lot of times it's brought on by stress and other normal everyday things that you don't realize. And I had gone through a divorce, and
Stressful.
I believe, a little, and my brother was visiting, and my hands were hurting, and my feet were hurting, and my jaw, I couldn't even eat pancakes. And he
So
said,
it's in the joints.
it's in the joints.
Okay.
And my brother said, before I leave, I want you to go to the doctor, because he goes, I'm really worried about you.
So is this the first time you had symptoms?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was 10 years ago in April. So I went to the doctor, and ended up, he says, you have rheumatoid arthritis. And all I envision is my ex-mother-in-law's boyfriend. His hands were nothing but flippers. He could barely walk because he was so crippled with this disease.
And it is a disease.
It is. And I swore that day that I would never allow myself to get to the point to where my hands were not usable. I didn't want people cutting my meat for me. I didn't want to have to not be able to walk or use a wheelchair. That day I said, I'm fighting this. I'm not letting it win. And that's when I had to. So they start you on, usually the medication they start you on is something called methotrexate.
Now, they started you on methotrexate.
Yeah.
Is this something they start everybody on?
It's usually the first thing they start you on.
Like
it's the go-to
Okay.
medicine, but a lot of times, if you're lucky, you don't have to, because it is a bitch.
Okay.
It is a...
Side effects meaning? Okay.
It is a chemo in pill form.
Okay, so...
And you get, I personally, the nausea. It was just miserable.
I'm sure there's many people out here that
Yeah.
are shaking their head. Yes, I've had that.
It's miserable. And then after that wasn't working so well, they added in a Humira injection. So Sunday nights, this was my weekly routine. Sunday nights, Humira injection, lay down, take it easy. Monday morning, take my methotrexate and feel like crap. But on Tuesdays, you have to take the anti-methotrexate pill because your hair don't fall out so bad and you're not so sick. So by Friday, you're feeling okay. You can go out with your friends on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday, you start the whole cycle again. So life as you knew it has changed a little bit, and you're just learning how to deal with this and make it work. Well, then after a while, your body gets used to a certain medication, and you have to go to another medication. So 10 years to date.
Starting all over the process. Okay.
10 years to date, I am on my 12th medication in 10 years.
That's hard.
It is. But they're becoming so advanced now. They have pills that you take once a day, or they have injections you take once a month. So it's evolving. It's becoming easier to deal with.
And are the side effects less with these new up-and-coming medications?
Yes.
Okay.
I just switched the beginning of April, last month or so. And, your body has to get used to the new ones, and you get a little nauseous and stuff like that. But you deal with it, and it goes away once your body gets used to it.
Okay.
And then the pain starts, subsiding. But a lot of times, in addition to your medication, you have to see a medical doctor for pain.
So you have to see a
Medical
a specialist for rheumatoid arthritis and then a pain med.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to see 2 doctors.
Yes.
Everybody's in agreement on what these medications are. They don't interact.
Right.
So it is a
cycle.
It's a journey. A
It
cycle, a journey.
It is.
Okay.
But it's funny. It's like I go and get my nails done, and I have this one finger. I'm not going to show you which one, but it's the one here in the middle.
The one you use sometimes you get mad.
And she'll be doing my nails, and it locks, and it won't bend. And I'm like, wait a minute, let me fix that.
And they're like, relax, relax.
And it's like, I can't. That's just wait a minute. Let me fix that for you. But it's just something you have to laugh about because it does get overwhelming sometimes. You have to depend on your friends a lot because some days you just feel like crap.
Okay.
I mean, you just hurt so bad that I'm going to get teary-eyed because I'm so fortunate to have some really good friends in my life that help me and take care of me and drive me to the doctors. Because sometimes I also have it at my hips. I have bursa. But I have to get, shots in my hips and stuff like that. So I have friends that come over and take the dogs for the walk, and they do that, and they check on me. So they're really, really good and important to have a strong
support system.
Because this isn't something you want to deal with
If
alone.
you have a friend out there suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, support them.
Yeah,
They need
contact them, make sure you're there for them, because it gets a little lonely and rough, and it hurts like a son of a gun. But I don't give in to it. You can't give in. I still do my competitive ballroom dancing.
Fabulous.
I'm really proud of myself for doing that because I have it in my feet and ankles, my hands, my wrist. It's in my hips.
Does it move or do you have it
progresses.
Okay.
It progresses. So you just have to be observant of your own self.
Listen to your body.
You do. And you have to eat a little healthy. Thank you. As I said, you get a little emotional because it means so much to have good friends around. Thank you, Shannon, Lacey, and everybody. But I've just discovered lately, medication is not the only option that you have, but I use it in conjunction with dieting.
Okay, and what type of diet would help the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis?
Well, there's a lot of foods that causes inflammation. So I'm doing the Mediterranean diet right now. I'm eating a lot of fish and shrimp, a little chicken, no red meat, and any of that right now. Fresh vegetables. I mean, just trying to be healthy. But then with the RA, they recommend gluten-free and dairy-free. So
what does gluten do that affects your RA by removing the gluten? Because most people have no idea what gluten even is. You don't realize when it's gone. How does that affect your swelling, your pain?
The inflammation is not as bad. The swelling has gone down. The bloating has definitely gone down.
So gluten causes inflammation, swelling, and bloating. So I eat that way, but that's to load my belly, because my joints are okay.
But then the dairy also is an inflammatory for.
And so is sugar. If previous podcast, I've also mentioned sugar is an inflammatory. So taking sugar out of your diet will also help with that inflammation and that pain.
Yeah. But I thought it would be harder than it really is to go Mediterranean, gluten-free, dairy-free. Because now there are so many products that are available that it's just making it very, very easy. You just have to take time at the store and read and look.
But then it's like anything else. Once you come in that habit way of eating, it's just that's what's in your house. That's how you cook. That's how it works.
Yes, and it's so much easier. Because everything is fresh.
Yes.
And you just roast the vegetables.
Which is better for you anyway.
Yes, it is so good. But you just have to be, connected with your body.
Body, mind, and soul.
Exactly.
Zen.
I know it sounds hippy-dippy and all, but it's important. It really is. And rest.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, that helps with wrinkles too, ladies.
Oh my God. Well, so does other things, but we won't go on that one. But but resting, eating healthy, exercising as best you can, and surrounding yourself with good people.
That's wonderful.
Helps. It really does.
In our past conversations, you did mention that you started a new medical regimen, and I have no experience with this, so again, I'm going to hand it back to
Okay.
you on this subject. And this again is to help all of those out there who are suffering themselves with rheumatoid arthritis and or have a friend or family member that is suffering. And this knowledge will hopefully either help you or help you pay it forward to your family or friend.
Yes, I have a friend that recommended I start and try and get my medical marijuana card. Because with RA, you do take pain medicine. And pain medicines, again, have their own side effects and problems with using them.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I saw a doctor and I got my medical marijuana card.
Was that easy, or do you have to go to a certain type of doctor?
You have to go to a certain type of doctor that specializes in medical marijuana.
Okay.
And there's a lot of questions they ask before you even come into the office to get your card or
Okay.
application. So it's a process in itself. But once you get it, you can go to the dispensary.
And these are there certain ones, these dispensaries, are there pop-up ones or they're legitimate
They're
ones?
legitimate.
Okay.
They're legitimate. I happen to go to True Leave because when I started this, there weren't other ones available. And they're online, and you have to go in and you have to show your medical marijuana card, and then you're escorted into where the products are that you can purchase. And I have to tell you, the people are very, very knowledgeable because I am so dumb.
I am sure.
Oh my
I've
God.
seen them. There's a selection, a variety of names. Some of them are very funny.
Yes, I right now I'm using one that's called a 9-pound sledgehammer. And if you do too much, it feels like a 9-pound sledgehammer upside your head. But I'm not knowing all of the different types and what they were, so I'm always asking questions. So I discovered I enjoyed the drops. Because at night, instead of taking another pain pill, because it hurts to sleep, RA is also insomniacs. You
Okay.
can't sleep because it's
Because
just
you're in
something,
pain.
and it just doesn't let you sleep. So I noticed these drops. I would put under my tongue sublingually and just let it sit
Like one
there.
or two, or
Whatever works for you. That's
Okay,
what's
so
nice
it's-
is you can
okay,
adjust
okay.
the droppage to your body or how you react. Well, great. I found something that works. Well, now they're out of order, on back order, 6 months. So now I'm trying all these other things that are in there. So they said, oh, well, here's something you can just mix in your brownies.
oh no.
Sure.
Oh, Lord.
One
What?
vial
That
mix-
doesn't sound like an accident waiting to happen.
Oh, no, it's not. Except that you eat too many. Because
Okay.
you have to eat these and then it takes a while to digest and metabolize. And so you're laying there and you're
So you
thinking,
have a brownie, you're like, didn't help. I'm
I
gonna have
have
another
an hour
brownie.
later, another brownie. Now,
And
mind
who
you,
doesn't eat like 4 or 5 brownies?
well, the
so?
brownies are only like this big. It's not even really enjoyable to
Right,
eat because it's just so little. So I'm laying there one night and it's been 2.5 hours. I'm like, oh crap. So I ate the third brownie. That was my first
3
mistake.
strikes, 3 strikes. What happened?
Honey, I'm laying in bed. Now, first off, I guess it's so strong that you can smell it. My puppy's sitting on my chest, licking my nostrils. I don't know if he's getting stoned or not, but so finally I said, all right, you're licking my nose raw, get away. So I'm laying there and I'm like, wow, whoa.
So peaceful, dude.
I want to roll over, but I live on the 30th floor and I'm gonna fall 30 floors if I roll over. I mean, I'm totally freaking out. I am like, whoa. So I call my friend. I said, you have got to call me in the morning. Why? Make sure I'm still alive.
How long did this last? Or did you
Way
finally fall
too
asleep?
long. I finally fell asleep
Okay.
after like 2 hours.
Of being afraid to fall off your bed.
Oh my God, and the dog licking my
Oh
nose.
my God.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. He goes, why do I have to call you in the morning? I said, make sure I'm not dead. Is it early? No,
This is why I'll be there for your friends.
Yeah, no one died from an overdose of, brownies.
Brownies.
I said,
Brownies.
oh, I'll be the first.
There's always a first.
So he's such a sweetheart. He called me the next morning. I answered the phone, I believe. And I'm apparently,
Well, Rocky did. Her dog.
but I'm just like, no more brownies. It's not, where I can make my dosage what I want. So then I went to capsules.
Okay.
They worked great until you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, well, I don't want to take another whole capsule because it'd be too much. And it's just, so I can't do that either.
Okay.
Because I'm a delicate little flower when it comes to medication.
She's sensitive. She's very
Yes,
sensitive.
I am. So now I went over to vaping. And
But what about gummies? I hear about these gummies. I have a gummy story. A friend of mine in the peanut gallery
yeah, well, that's why
thought they were actually just gummies and eating them by the handful in a jar on someone's coffee table until she thought she had been overdosed by somebody and they were trying to kill her. She had no idea.
Yeah, gummies are another one that hey, this one and take two, and
But
if
you
you know
gotta
it's
wait,
5, 6,
okay.
and just keep eating
Okay.
gummies.
So
I
but
don't do gummies.
vaping is working.
Vaping is working for me. I'll do my regular nighttime going to bed medications, and if I wake up in the middle of the night in pain or I can't sleep again, I'll just take like a 3-second hit of my 9-pound sledgehammer, and within a couple more minutes I'm back to sleep.
Okay.
And if I wake up an hour or 2 or 3 later, I can dose again. That's what they call it, dosing or vaping. So I discovered that works best for me in conjunction with the RA medication and the pain medication from the other doctor, because you just have to combine everything and see what works.
You just have to listen to your body. Your body's going to tell you what's working and what's not working.
Yeah.
So, so then my question is that I had one, and now I have to remember what I was just about to ask you about the vaping. Oh, so coming from me, someone smoking marijuana, medical marijuana, does it have that marijuana smell?
No.
So vaping is just
Vaping,
vapors, just air.
Exactly, but they also sell regular weed, and they got some stuff there.
Okay.
You can just roll it. They have pre-rolls also.
Oh, there you go.
So you don't have to go and try and
It's
do
like
that.
the
With
chocolate.
RA, it's kind of hard to roll a joint,
Okay, well, that's kind of
they have pre-rolls.
All right, so if you were interested in maybe starting the vaping to control your pain, you wouldn't have to worry about your home or your apartment or your body.
You could actually be out in public and no one smells.
Now, is that something that if you were working and they did drug testing, would that come up as?
Yes, it would show.
It would show?
It is medical marijuana.
Is this covered by insurance?
No.
Okay.
Good question. No, it's out of pocket.
Which is kind
as
of
of
not
right
fair,
now.
but-
Yeah, because even the doctor that you have to visit is out of pocket. It's
Wow.
not insurance covered, as for me, because I have a certain insurance
Yes.
and I can't use it.
Okay.
But you know what? I would rather pay the extra money and not take the medication that the insurance companies pay.
Yeah. Well, because you want the relief.
Yeah.
Is really what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So, Erlene, I want to thank you so much. We have now realized just the support and everything that's needed for those that we love and cherish that are suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. This is very much a mind, body, and soul journey that you're on. We know you can. There's medications, there's healthy ways of eating, and now there's another form of medication,
Medical
vaping,
marijuana.
medical marijuana drops, that we just want you to feel some relief out there. So with our Be Kind segment, this is a quote that we want you to take forward and think about while you go into next week, and it's live with what you love. If this, you love your friends, your family, trying to be pain-free, live with what you love. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Erlene.
Thanks.
And we are going to go into our style secrets. And because this episode was about the rheumatoid arthritis and different journeys and medications to go on, I'm going to toss it back over to Erlene that brought up the store that she used to find a local dispensary near her, and she can describe how she used that website. You're on deck.
Thanks. I actually use one of the more nationally known dispensaries. It's called True Leave. You can get it online. It's TRUELIEVE.com. And you can find a dispensary close to you, and you can go into the store, or you can order online because it will ask you for your medical marijuana number, and you can have it shipped to you if it's shippable. Or a lot of times I like going into the store because you can find out all kinds of new products that are more accessible and usable for yourself, because not everything works for everybody.
So this is a search engine type of website where you plug in your zip code or
exactly.
And it'll list all the different stores you can go to as well as theirs.
Yes.
Okay, and did I hear that there's also
CBD for doggies?
Yes, I did hear that.
Yes.
Okay.
Rocky has a little bit of an anxiety issue when it comes to thunderstorms, rain, noise. The list has gotten so bad.
Ford,
Yeah.
big old baby when it comes to
But they
Thunder
have-
Coat does not work.
No, they don't. But Rocky, I give him a little bit of his CBD oils, and he kind of just chills with Mom after I do my vape, and we
It's
just keep
very
it in
zen
the
house.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, well, thank you very much, everybody out there. Again, the name is True Leaf, and as in relief, .com. And again, that'll be available to you when I post this episode, so you can look up your location and see what's available near you. And this is a great episode for confidential questions. There's been so many questions that have been brought to me regarding rheumatoid arthritis and now the medical marijuana. I know I had a ton of questions. I could have asked a million more. So if you have any more questions, anything I can do to help find out the answer for you, or maybe you can provide an answer regarding rheumatoid arthritis or medical marijuana questions, please, please, please share them with me. Email them to me at shannonconfidential007@gmail.com. And for those of you, I am really new to this, but I now have my own merchandise, Shannon Confidential merchandise, and that can be found on Redbubble, redbubble.com. Simply plug in Shannon Confidential, and I have over 50 plus items that will become available. If you do buy anything, please let me know. Take a photo in something, holding it, wearing it. I would love to see it. Please share it with me. Send it out to my social media, and I can be followed on Facebook at Shannon Confidential, Instagram at Shannon_confidential, Twitter at ShannonConfide7, YouTube, Shannon Confidential, and of course my email, ShannonConfidential007@gmail.com. Thank you, everybody, and we will see you next week.